Columbus is known as the pizza capital of the world. There was more pizza places per capita in the Columbus area than anywhere else in the country.
So pizza's really, for Columbus food, it's a great equalizer. Food snobs love it, the everyday working guy loves it. People love to talk about pizza.
That front door would open, you could smell the cheese.
So I was probably 6 or 7 years old. It was just a favorite food. I mean, it was just something different.
Columbus has a rich history of pizza. TAT restaurant on the east side of Columbus has origins going back to 1929.
90% of people like pizza. I don't know if it's because the crust, the tomato, the cheese, the pepperonis, the vegetables.
They used to come in a bag, and I just remember you don't open the bag and slide the pizza out. No, you got to tear the bag and let the steam go poof.
Massey's is what I grew up eating. I grew up in Gahanna. Every Friday after football games, we came to Massey's and we ate Massey's pizza.
I think it's the crust, the sauce, and just the pepperoni, the combination of everything.
When you get a pizza and you put it on the table and you have several people around it, it's not unusual for everybody to grab a piece of pizza.
The party cut, tavern cut, Massey's cut, whatever you want to call it, all those little squares let you share a lot of pizza, a lot of different types of pizza with different topping combinations with people. So it becomes a shared experience.
Columbus style pizza is a lot of pepperoni, the way it's cut.
So pretty much what we're gonna do with a Massey's cut, about every pepperoni and a half, you're gonna have a cut.
That thin and crispy crust, but not to mention it's cut party style or tavern style. That's typical Columbus sauce. It's just a little bit sweeter. My favorite part of Columbus style pizzas is the cornmeal bottom. The cornmeal bottom is not on every Columbus style, but all my favorites.
It's just tradition.
Columbus was really ground zero for pizza in the Midwest. Our first pizzeria in town, 1950, and that's pizzeria by name, right? So specifically a restaurant created for serving pizza as their primary dish.
The Massey's brand was started out as Romeo's back in the early 50s.
And Jim and Dan Masucci and Romeo Siri was the guys that opened it up.
If you went in there to eat, you actually felt like you were in Romeo's house.
Jimmy Massey his name was James Masucci. He had his name changed. Massey's is much easier to pronounce. Jimmy, with his brothers, started to grow Massey's locations throughout central Ohio. So in a lot of ways, Jimmy Massey is the Johnny Appleseed of pizza in central Ohio.
1962, Guido Casa, he purchased us off of them.
Massey's Pizza, home of the perfect pizza taste.
Guido, which was the owner, he would come in every day, cut the cheese, cut the pepperoni, make the dough, and he was getting older, and Phil, his son, was taking over.
And Phil grew the business. I mean, he went from 2 stores to 7 stores. And that's tough to do, and he can put a store together.
In 2000, then we bought it from his son, Phil Casa, and we've been running it ever since.
By continuing on, I mean, the whole tradition would be the same, and the pizza was going to be the same.
And we do what's called a quarter overlap. So you're gonna overlap the pepperoni in front. And the reason why we do this, because obviously the pepperonis are gonna cook down a little bit, and as they cook down, it's gonna leave the desired amount of space in between the pepperonis.
Just the style, the way, like I said, the way they have it laid out, the pepperoni, it just has that unique taste.
The pepperonis, the way they cup them, that ball of grease.
So as you see the pizza, so as we overlap them, so as they cook, you see they slowly start to come apart, and you can just see the cheese. So we know a Massey's pizza's done when you got the grease in the pepperonis.
Our pepperoni is made here in Columbus, but we have a special recipe that they make for us, which is called Portofino pepperoni. We put 155 pieces of pepperoni on a large pizza.
Columbus style has edge-to-edge pepperoni. I mean, it just it blankets the entire pizza.
You can have great pepperoni and a cheap cheese and it doesn't work. So we make sure to get the highest quality cheese and pepperoni.
We don't use pans. It's cooked on a layer of cornmeal underneath the product.
It's mainly to get the pizza in and out of the oven easier, but it adds a great flavor. It's a nice like crunch, little crispiness, and it always reminds me like of a kid getting pizza. You always have the cornmeal that just gets stuck kind of like all over your hands.
It's absolutely important because you want to have the crispiest crust possible. And for us in our oven, we feel that spinning them gives us that balance of the crust, so every slice is crispy and crunchy. All right, and there we have a Massey's original pepperoni.
When you're cooking it on that steel deck, it actually creates a flavor and a crispness that you can't get on a chain conveyor oven.
Those ovens have baked a lot of pizza.
It's like a good cast iron pan, you know, it's already seasoned, it's been doing the job for years.
The quality and the time, even the time to wait to get a pizza made, the extra few minutes to get it is worth the wait.
Thank you for calling Massey's Pizza in Gahanna. Is this going to be for pickup or delivery?
Out of our 16 stores, 15 of the locations are Central Ohio based.
The number of independently owned, non-chain, non-corporate pizzerias in Columbus is still much higher than the national average.
Our franchisees are owner-operators. So the owner, the people that are putting up the money, are operating the store.
I've got 45 years in it. Not too many people can say that they stuck with one job at 45 years. But I can tell you right now, I got a PhD in pizza. I can cook it, I can make it, and you lead by example. I think we've achieved that here at Massey's. I think it's important, but it's all about the people.
I worked basically through high school and college. I had a twin brother that worked here too. His name was Clark. He worked here 39 years. And back then in the 60s and 70s, we were here like every night. So they called us the Massey Twins.
This was just kind of a good fit for me, and they've always been very good about spending money where it's needed to make the quality better.
The people involved that are passionate about what they do, that care about their community, and want to provide the best product possible.
If you don't have passion, you're just trying to count the dollars. I've had the passion.
I think all the people that are involved in pizza are all friends. We know all their families.
And a lot of the owners of the pizzerias that are still around today, the older ones, started working with Massey's at the very beginning.
I do really feel that the mom and pops do have a web running through them.
I don't know if you'll find the same type of pizza community anywhere else in the country. Columbus style is not Neapolitan, it's not New York City style pizza, it's not Chicago deep dish pizza, it's not California style pizza, it's not Detroit style pizza, it's not St. Louis style pizza, New England Greek pizza, Altoona pizza, Colorado mountain pie, DC jumbo slice, Dayton style pizza, Briar Hill style pizza, Steubenville / Ohio Valley pizza, DeCarlo's, Grandma style pizza, New Haven pizza, Old Forge Pizza, Quad Cities Pizza, Trenton Tomato Pie, Philly Tomato Pie, Rhode Island Red Pizza, Omaha Pizza, or Tavern Bar Pizza from Chicago. So Columbus style pizza isn't any of those styles, but it's still a style.